Young and Restless preview. Sharon's help leaves, spoiler, in mortal peril. Sharon's been through enough, and we don't want to see her with another big heaping helping of guilt on her plate, especially for trying to help someone. But that appears to be exactly where Young and Restless is heading with the current storyline. After the ordeal in the abandoned mental clinic, Sharon is slowly regaining some traction in life, but it isn't going to be easy. As the blonde barista and corporate CEO admits to Phyllis in upcoming scenes, she's still suffering from nightmares and wrestling with the emotions left behind in the wake of their kidnapping. One thing that haunts them both is that they have no idea who took them captive to experiment on them like lab rats. As viewers well know, it's not likely they'd ever guess the identity of the culprit. They believe it's someone who knows them and their history very well, given that the riddles in the game, during captivity, focused on the details of their past beefs. Instead, it's someone who only had limited knowledge of Sharon and didn't know Phyllis at all. The other person in the dark about Alan is his fiancée, Tracy. But she's already sensing something is terribly off-kilter with her dream man. It all started when his phone began blowing up with notifications about a clinic breach. The author saw the messages when he was in the shower, and though he was able to brush it under the carpet, her nephew Kyle later triggered suspicions by mentioning that Sharon and Phyllis had been held captive in an abandoned clinic. It was easy to disregard as a coincidence, until Tracy got a message from Alan saying he grabbed the last ticket on the last flight out to Paris that night. Considering they had planned to go together on the Abbott jet, it was downright bizarre. Although she didn't say a word, we got the impression that the combination of the messages, Kyle's anecdote, and Alan's urgency to get out of the United States left Tracy questioning everything. That brings us to the next logical, not to mention heartbreaking, twist. Young and Restless teasers indicate that Sharon will help Tracy connect the dots about Alan, which means the ladies are bound to come to the realization that he is the madman and freak who held her and Phyllis captive, terrorized and very nearly killed them. Unfortunately, this shocking realization will leave Tracy in extreme danger, mortal peril even, should she decide to confront Alan. We can see it now. She'll be determined to bring him to justice and will agree to be used as bait to lure him into an arrest, which is all fine and good if all goes according to plan. Unfortunately, as we know all too well, and as Phyllis spelled out, this is a villain who puts the likes of Aunt Jordan and Ian Ward to shame. He's clever, he's cruel, and he's capable of absolutely anything. If we're lucky, he'll be apprehended, and we'll finally find out the truth about Alan/Martin. But if he manages to outwit the authorities, Tracy's very life could be on the line.